He felt uneasy from the beginning. Not enough to leave, not enough to confront, just enough to ignore. And that hesitation cost him 2 years, his confidence, and a version of himself he never fully recovered. This is the story of Michael Turner, 35 years old, a project manager from Leeds. Michael wasn't naive, he wasn't desperate, and he wasn't inexperienced. But he believed something many reasonable men believe. If I'm patient enough, things will eventually stabilize. They didn't. Michael met Laura through mutual friends. She was emotionally expressive, intelligent, openly affectionate. She praised his reliability. She admired his calm nature. From the start, there were small signs. Inconsistent availability, vague answers about the future, emotional closeness followed by withdrawal, but he explained them away. Michael noticed. She's been hurt before, she needs time, I don't want to pressure her. So he stayed. 6 months in, the dynamic was clear. Michael adjusted his schedule, prioritized her needs, showed up consistently. Laura avoided labels, kept options open, framed uncertainty as depth. Whenever Michael tried to clarify, she replied, "Why do you need to define everything? Can't we just enjoy what we have?" He didn't feel reassured, but he felt guilty for asking. That guilt kept him silent. A year passed. Michael had invested time, emotional labor, energy, availability. Walking away now felt irrational. I've already put so much into this. This is where the trap closed. Instead of asking, "Is this good for me?" he asked, "How do I fix this?" Michael's life began shrinking. Friends noticed he was less present. His work performance dipped. His mood depended on her messages. Laura leaned on him heavily. Emotional vents, reassurance, validation. But when Michael needed support, she withdrew. He felt tired, not loved, yet he stayed, because leaving felt like failure. One night, Michael discovered something. Laura was emotionally involved with someone else. Not physically, not officially, just enough to matter. When confronted, she said, "I never said we were exclusive." She was right, and Michael knew it. But instead of leaving, he compromised. "Okay, let's just be more careful." That was the moment the balance broke. From that point on, Michael changed. He became anxious, over-accommodating, afraid to speak honestly. Laura sensed it. She lost respect, not consciously, but structurally. The dynamic shifted. He chased, she decided. And resentment quietly replaced affection. The relationship didn't explode, it faded. Laura eventually said, "I think we want different things." Michael agreed. But when it ended, he didn't feel relief. He felt empty. Because he knew he had ignored himself for too long. Recovery took time. Michael had to rebuild boundaries, relearn trust in his intuition, forgive himself for staying. The hardest part wasn't losing Laura. It was realizing how much self-respect he had slowly traded for hope. Michael didn't fail because he loved too much. He failed because he postponed clarity. He learned this too late. Time doesn't fix misalignment, it only deepens it. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's about responsibility, your own. If you feel uneasy early, don't silence it. Signals don't get louder, they get heavier. Clarity delayed becomes clarity denied. Staying too long doesn't make you loyal, sometimes it just makes you smaller. Leaving early isn't cold, it's honest. And yes, there are relationships where patience is rewarded. But patience without reciprocity isn't maturity, it's erosion. Have you ever stayed longer than you should have? What did it cost you? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe for more grounded, psychological stories about modern relationships.